of damnation. And the screenplay would be surprisingly meditative, giving extended dialogue scenes room to breathe. Particularly, the story would revolve around moments where Blaze encounters a young runaway who can see through his monstrous facade and recognizes the sorrow within, adding emotional weight and offering a redemptive counterbalance to the relentless carnage. Action sequences would be staged with brutal clarity, favoring practical fire effects enhanced by seamless CGI, making each chain whip strike and hellfire surge feel tactile rather than cartoonish. And one standout sequence might involve a high-speed pursuit across a collapsing suspension bridge engulfed in supernatural flames, blending kinetic choreography with apocalyptic grandeur. Musically, the score would combine industrial rock undertones with choral elements, underscoring the duality of Blaze's curse, while subtle nods to the character's comic origins would reward longtime fans without alienating newcomers, integrating lore about the spirit of vengeance as a primordial than merely a demonic trick. Crucially, Ghost Rider 3 would succeed by resisting the temptation to overconnect itself to a broader cinematic universe, and instead focus on telling a self-contained, character-driven story about suffering, choice, and the possibility of redemption, culminating in a finale where Blaze must choose between destroying his celestial adversary at the cost of countless bystanders or absorbing the Archangel's purifying flame into himself, effectively transforming the curse into a burden he willingly carries to spare humanity. And this sacrificial act would redefine vengeance, not as punishment, but as protection, ending the film on an ambiguous yet hopeful note as the writer disappears into the desert horizon, fire dimming but not extinguished. In this imagined 2026 sequel, the franchise would mature alongside its audience, shedding the uneven tonal shifts of its predecessors and embracing a darker, more coherent vision that respects the tragic poetry at the heart of the character, ultimately delivering a superhero horror epic that feels less like a relic of mid-2000s excess and more like a bold reinvention that honors the mythology while daring to evolve it, making Ghost Rider 3 not just a continuation, but a resurrection of a character long overdue for cinematic redemption.
Let's ride through hell!
Feel the wrath of the highway! No escape from the fire!
As of now, there is no officially released film titled Ghost Rider 3 2026, but imagining such a sequel arriving nearly 2 decades after the fiery cult legacy of the earlier films provides a fascinating opportunity to explore what a modern continuation could achieve. And in this hypothetical 2026 installment, Ghost Rider 3 would stand as a dark, operatic, and surprisingly introspective revival of the spirit of vengeance mythos, blending supernatural horror with grounded character drama in a way the previous entries only hinted at. The film would open in a decaying industrial city, haunted by unexplained infernos and whispered rumors of a skeletal demon on a burning motorcycle, immediately establishing a grim, almost neo-Gothic tone that distances